On to another part of Jack 3. This time we're doing the arena stuff. Yay! This part's also very long, I'm sorry. But it's not because of side missions this time. It's actually for a better reason than that. So, first of all, the arena. Before we begin, just go around here. Jump across this. Up on the podium here, where Damas would be, there's a few, precursor orbs around here. About 3 of them. Grab them. We're now at 98. That's pretty cool. And that's all the ones in the arena. So there you go. Now, let's go ahead and begin whatever this arena is going to be. Which, it kind of gives you more of an idea on how to use your Dark Jack abilities. See? Called the Dark Bomb. You already know how to work this out. As you can see, I can't move, though. The game broke. And they're just killing themselves now, but I can't move. I seriously can't do anything. I'm just stuck here. And then I die. And I get hit and I can move again, but I'm gonna die. And the problem is, the game crashes. So now I have to restart my PS4 in order to fix this. Here's a jump cut. So, yeah, now it's working properly. I can do the Dark Bomb now. And as you can see, it's pretty powerful, but obviously it's not as powerful as this new gun we got, which makes the Dark Bomb look like a piece of shit. Look at that. Fucking destroys them immediately. Sure, it doesn't look that fancy, but look at that. About as good as Dark Bomb, honestly. You don't even need the fucking Dark Jack anymore because just like you got this gun, and this gun kicks ass. Look at that. And you just keep using this gun, and you win. There's no challenge once you have this. It's just like, yeah, it's just pitiful, really. And there you go. I nailed it. Now, sure, I just lost a whole lot of ammo from doing that. But the game gives you so much ammo, you don't even need to worry about that. And, yeah. Now we can just move on forward, go upstairs, and, get our reward. Hopefully it's good.
I can't believe you two are still alive!
Yeah, what a surprise.
Damas and I are very impressed.
Hey, Featherbutt, who appointed you king?
He did! Well, almost. Kind of a semi-king. You know, you should see our sleeping quarters and his harem of lovebirds. Oh, I never get any sleep these days. It's good to be the king, no?
I don't see no crown on that fat featherhead.
You want a crown? I'll crown you! Don't make me come down there from this perch!
I got a perch for you, birdie, right here. Twirl it.
That's it! It's go time!
Bring it on, bird brain!
Enough! If I wanted you to fight, I would have commanded it. You did very well, Jack. You make me proud that our training program is so good. Here is your second battle amulet and a new weapon mod. One more arena win, and you will be a true wastelander.
Wow, neat. We got the beam reflexor. The beam reflexor, that's it. It's basically the same as our normal blaster, except now it bounces. It's cool. We'll be using it a lot. It's pretty much gonna be like the best weapon in the game. Not even a joke. This fucking weapon right here, 150 ammo. It's a bit powerful. It's a bit. It's not like you'll be abusing the fuck out of it like I will. You will be using it the most out of the entire game's arsenal of weaponry. Unless you're that far on the blue gun. Which we haven't gotten yet. But the beam reflexor is so fucking good that you kind of forget you even have the blue and purple guns. The red gun you'll still use sometimes, but the yellow gun is just... fuck.
Damas has a job for us, but I'm no babysitter, so stay out of my way.
Jack's not afraid of you! Are you, Jack?
If you knew what was happening out here, you'd be afraid, all right.
What's going on here?
Nothing, your lordship. Just offering Jack and the little one here some healthy advice.
You have a reputation for being rash. Didn't your father ever tell you to pick your battles wisely?
I didn't know my father.
My point is, sometimes you face your enemy head-on, and sometimes you wait until his weakness is revealed. Patience is a warrior's greatest weapon. Do you understand? Jack, I want you and Cleaver to go into the desert and herd a group of lizards into a waiting transport. We must prepare for whatever lies ahead. I need all the resources we can gather.
No problem. I'm good with animals.
I'll see you out there, chum.
You're supposed to like Cleaver, right? But they make him such a dickhead. He's not even that bad a character. Anyway, we're gonna be going ahead and dealing with that very soon. But yeah, there it is. I'm just gonna jump cut to that because I'm not gonna waste your time there. I'm gonna get a side mission done out of the way though. However, here's the thing that I have to bring up about.
This spot was a place of reflection by the great warrior Ma. Reach it in time, and the prize is yours.
Okay, that's a new bit of dialogue there from that, because usually it just tells you something otherwise. But yeah, we're going to get another fucking precursor orb, which I kind of fuck up on, and because of that, I end up failing and getting this instead.
You have a long way to go to earn the same respect Ma once had.
Wow! You're a bit of a fuckhead. Anyway, have you also noticed how Damas has kind of been very iffy? Like he's kind of being a bit fatherly to Jack.
Ma would be proud of you, warrior, as are we.
Yeah. Anyway, it's now time for this mission, which begins immediately. All we have to do is shove it to these leapers, and Daxter will jump over and grab them. The problem is their AI is kind of stupid. And not only that, they can only take one hit. If Daxter hits a wall or a cactus like that, instant death. So that's fun. And not only that, but the AI can just like run into walls and shit. Not only that, but their turning is weird and they go really fast. You can't stop them, and there's also a cutscene. But yeah, the Leaper mission is actually kind of annoying, and I'm not a huge fan of it. The only, yeah, see of the AI thing. But yeah, like, you don't have to really worry about this too much. You only have to deal with this sort of mission, like, once, really. Yeah, the cactuses can be annoying as well. They really place cacti in big splots all over the place. You can destroy them. Doesn't do much, though, to help you out there. And by the way, I got another cutscene.
Piece of cake, baby!
Okay, so one more leaper to go. We're doing pretty good, you know. We're making through this, and as you can see, the leapers can be a little shifty. But hey, I do get to manage this one in a good spot. You know, I can jump around if I wanted to and glide about, and not only that, I can get one more cutscene which shows that I completed the mission. So here you go.
I think this one's mad. Oh yeah, that's right.
I have to admit, you got some talent, kid. Have another one of me vehicles. You earned it.
Damn straight. Would it be too much to ask for a foot rub? No, didn't think so.
Nice. So yeah, now we have this vehicle right here. It's a really good vehicle here, the Dune Hopper. You basically have super high jump with this one. It's incredibly useful. It also has the second type of ammo, like second type of weapon for all vehicles you get in the game. Because we have this, the sand shock of the machine gun. That's one type. The Dune Hopper introduces you to the second type. But first, this.
Find this spot quickly, or face the pain of failure.
Well, I accidentally got the pain of failure by, you know, just barely missing it, because there's a few openings around, and I chose the wrong opening. But I did see it to my left, and I was too late to get it, so...
It is not easy to fail. Would you
But don't worry, I do indeed get this, because it does direct me directly to it by the fucking way it spawned me. And I missed it somehow, you kidding?
success once again? We are very proud to have chosen you.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, the Dune Hopper has a different kind of weapon for us, and by the way, there's two main missions to go for. One there, and one back in the fucking city. We won't deal with the city one yet. We'll deal with this one first, because it is greatly important, and it's also greatly long. So, I'd rather get this out of the way now. And I always really choose this one first. Plus, you get a nice little new location to deal with as well. With the Dune Hopper, in fact, which you do need to actually do any of the missions in that area that it's pinpointing us to. As you can see, it's really good because you can jump over enemies and you have a grenade launcher. So, if you're not a big fan of the machine gun, the grenade launcher kills all these guys in one hit and can kill them in groups. The problem is it arcs and it's hard to really aim. And you can only shoot one at a time. It's not that fast. So, either you'll enjoy grouping them together and blowing them up, or shooting them down like rapid fire crazy. That's going to be your playstyle choices of the vehicles for the entire game. Anyway, another mission right over here.
Use a faster transport to find this spot in time. Good luck.
You don't really need a faster transport for this one. It's not that far away, and also you get 27 seconds to get this. Faster transport? No, you don't need that. Of course, the problem is you gotta find it, and there's a lot of islands around here you can explore around. There's a lot of spots that look the same, but the precursor orb is in only one position, and I'll show it right now.
Not worthy of the hero we hope you are. Try again.
Oh my god, can you shut up? Okay, so here it is. See this location? It looks like it could be with one of these walls, but it's right over here. Right over the gap. Right there. The problem is I can't grab up the Dune Hopper. It's too high, I guess, for me to grab this normally just by riding over it. So I have to get out of my vehicle and grab it that way.
Not bad. We are pleased with you.
I don't care what you have to say, dude. I don't care what you have to say. You will say the same shit so many times with those. It gets kind of tiresome. Anyway, the Dune Hopper is useful for going across these, you know, little islands around here that kind of line up into this one little spot here full of rocks and shit. It's a nice little mountain area. We have to go here because we have to go here a few times actually, because Seam basically said, I believe, that the monks tried to get to an area and they failed. They never returned, really. So we're gonna give it a shot. Yeah, we're gonna try and do what the monks couldn't do, because we could beat them in a fucking race. So why not beat them in a fucking goddamn bullshit, whatever they failed. But first, there are some precursor orbs outside of here, up on those little pillars here. We have to jump, though, to get there. And there's a few of them. Up to about 110 now. There's a lot more precursor orbs around here, but for now, there's not that much we can get currently. But what we can do, however, is go inside and get a cutscene in which we're about to see just how big this area is going to be and how long it's going to take me to get through the entire fucking thing. It's not that bad to you, does it? But first, we must look around. There's some pots here with some ammo. There's like a floating eye there, which if I go across, it'll bring up spikes and kill me. There is a purple thing. I can't do anything with that. And also, one of these vases has health. Another vase has a bunch of, like a few metalhead gems for us to collect, which I will grab. Because I am starting to get a little low now. And yeah, there's a nice little portal here that we could use, but it's not activated yet. What we can do, though, is climb this place, which we have to because the game directed us here. So we're going to be climbing up to the very top of the walls. And it's kind of weird. It's a lot more pole vaulting and platforming that you're used to of Jak 1, of all things. And there's also some breakable platforms around here as well, which allows you to be a bit fast. It hasn't changed, really. It's still the same sort of platforming you're used to, which I don't mind. Because I like the Jak 1 platforming. Not everyone does, but I do. And also, you know, we're up here with these stairs, and if I go upstairs, we'll find a vase with more metalhead gems, which I will grab. Sometimes I can fall down to the stairs, but I got lucky. And down below here, there's a few other things, as well as some more breakables that somehow fucked me up by not letting me jump. And I die, even though there was a platform right below me. Luckily, there's a checkpoint here, but still, there's a platform right fucking below me, and it killed me for, like, no reason. Yeah, this area is weird. And also, there's some poles you can just climb up on instead of going back and forth from platforms. And there's just a few design choices with this one little bit here. There's one little platforming area bit here that is just very awkward and wrong. It kind of makes me feel like Naughty Dog kind of forgot how the platforming really worked in Jak 1 and why it was good. And they kind of made a bit of an awkward part of the game here. Anyway, I make it to the top, and then we find a glider up here, which is where a cutscene will play for us. Let's just watch that, shall we?
Ooh, sweet.
Seems said they lost an expedition of monks on the volcano. I bet they built these gliders to reach the top.
Yeah, lost being the operative word. If they vanished, don't you think that was a sign? Hello?
Yeah, but you've got me. All we have to do is hit those accelerator rings and we're golden.
Oh, no. See any feathers here? Looks like fur to me. No feathers, no flyer the axle. There's no way you're gonna get me on some precursor monk crap. Absolutely zippo chance. Forget it. Finito. Fat chance. Not gonna happen. Nope. Nuh-uh. Never. Jack!
And now we begin another one-off thing that's kind of awkward. The glider. If there's closed rings, we shoot them with our, our blaster. And that's it. You just go through the rings. They all accelerate you with some boost. And as you can see, if you reach the red, you die. There's also some, whirlwinds, like ripped straight out of fucking Rayman or something, that we use to glide all the way up like that. It's kind of neat. The problem is you only do this once. And you never do it again. It's not bad. It's not hard. But it has its moments where it can be awkward. I remember in like years ago when I was playing this my first time, I actually lost this because even though I was getting every ring, my movement wasn't, you know, direct go, like, for each one. You know? I did weave around a little bit. It wasn't perfect on my lineup. If your lineup isn't that good, though, there are parts where the game just fucks you. Like right there, my line wasn't good there. I would have lost right then. That's how bad this is. So yeah, and I mean, I kept going a little bit up because I thought I was going to miss. And it's just like, you have to line shit up good. Like that I can get away with. But you shouldn't do what I did there. Because this game gets very picky of the fucking, like, what you do here. It really gaps them out when you get to the halfway point. And, yeah, that was actually the point, originally where I lost. You can see why. They really fucking edged it to that red. And it's stupid. But eventually I do make it all the way up. I do make it all the way into the volcano. And we do get a cutscene for it where we lose our glider immediately. Great.
Well, now we can't go back the way we came. Let's go check it out.
Right behind you, partner. Far behind you.
And now we're in the volcano, which gives me an achievement. By the way, we can't go that way because spikes in the eye. There's also another purple thing there. I'm sure it's going to be important. But right now, we're going to go through the volcano. So, the volcano. It also has some awkward moments, including these fucking things making a return. You know how to deal with them, though. Get your red gun out and stop blasting them. And this is what we did back in Jak 2, you know? We had our red gun. We just blasted them with it. You know, we got rid of a whole bunch of enemies. We could use our upgraded red gun, the second level of it, with the fucking wave concussor, but yeah, I don't think we need to worry about that. This is much quicker and better for these guys. So let's just use this instead. There you go. Now then. Now we have 30 gems, and now we're up here. There is something waiting for us that we'll need to grab and get, because if we're going to get through this volcano, we need a ride.
Ooh, that leaper lizard could come in handy.
He will, but we have to chase him. But be careful, because there's breakable ground around here, and it won't be that noticeable, but when you fucking step on it... Yep. Anyway, I also missed a gem here that didn't spawn before. The game can still be glitchy like that. There we go, 31. Okay, now I'm going to try and get through this. So, you have to jump immediately as soon as you see it breaking, or else the game kind of bugs you a little bit and keeps you stuck on the ground. Also, this guy. Use your yellow gun. Also achievement for getting a few of those gems. See? Okay, so let's do one forward. Be careful about the flying guys. They will shoot you down and require 2 shots of the yellow gun to take care of. But all these other metalheads here are pretty easy. They can go down in one hit with the red gun. It's just... the metalheads aren't that huge a risk anymore, really. I mean, they were back in Jak 2, but then I believe we killed his leader. So, we kind of weakened them a bit. That was fun times, wasn't it? Anyway, grab that, and now we have the leaper to go around in. Which we'll need the leaper to get through some platforming. Just dodge these little guys. You don't have to kill them, but, you know. As you can see, his charge attack is fairly fine. It's not the greatest, but it's fine. And we could just glide around over there, but I'm going to take the long way around to show you the whole entire, like, route you have to take. So, up here, there is some, you know, some platforming to do. Also, some balls popping up out of little volcanoes to kill us. But if you can glide past them and not get screwed and deal with the, you know, the floating platforms that will be brushed up by the lava spirits, you'll come across to a nice little spot where the leaper just tells you to go fuck yourself and grab a ladder. So you're not going to be using the leaper much here. It's only to get through these little bits. But, yeah, then you get halfway to this area, and leaper's like, get off me. And, yeah, then we go up the ladder. Now it's time for something that the player will never expect, but can appreciate. Because I did. Though not as much as a certain other game, but it was nice here. Which is this bit.
Wait here. I'll be back.
Yep. We're now playing as Daxter. The only time I played as Daxter with the main games was Jak 2 with the one time only, which was the chase. This time we actually could do some platforming with some combat and such, so that's cool. But much like Jak 2, these are fairly small, and you don't get to explore much with it. Yeah, Daxter is the only game where you actually got to do the most with Daxter. I mean, this is a game about Jak, but still. I mean, Daxter plays fine. He plays a bit differently to how he plays in Daxter, though. His spin move is a bit more different. His jumps don't go very far. He's a little more awkward with it. And he runs a bit more faster, too. But, still. And there you go. Now we go over to Jak, and we can actually get the fuck back to the normal gameplay.
You can thank me later, Jak.
Okay, so we can't explore this ourselves as Jak. I mean, we could try, but we can't. But what we can do is go upstairs and, you know, get up there and continue on, which the volcano will give us some more metalheads to deal with, some more platforming to deal with. You know, some ninja metalheads are back. They're fun. Remember them? They were fun. They weren't fun. Anyway, just go across and, you know, take them all down as best you can. Grab all their gems too, you need them. Because now we need them to actually buy these side missions. Before, we'd use them to get upgrades, but now you kind of get upgrades as part of the story. You'll see what I mean by that, but with this game, the Metalhead gems are only for unlocking the side missions, so yeah, we need to unlock them and get them. We are doing 100%, so obviously you want those precursor orbs. Alright, let's go upstairs, up the jet. And more of these guys. Now, don't worry if you do miss a few Metalhead gems, because unlike Jak 2, again, they just, like, farm you a whole bunch. By the time you get to the end, you will have so many gems that you can't really use them anymore. Because you've just unlocked every single minigame, and there were a lot more gems here than there were, you know, payment for minigames. It's kind of silly, but it gives you leeway. You don't have to fight every metalhead at least, or worry about the gems that much. So, you know, that's good news. And besides, some of these metalheads can still be a little annoying. There are no shield-wielding metalheads, though. That you can be thankful for. Also, another cutscene. Are you ready for it? Can you tell what it's going to be? Because I can.
Do I have to do everything?
And now this bit Which is kind of awkward. You kind of slide around, but your air time gets stopped by your jumps. And you have to be fast by this to get through these jumps. And this one right here fucks you the most. So, yeah, it's not that great. It's not that fun. I don't like it much. But if you do make it through without dying, congratulations. You now get to do some actual fun platforming of jumping on trampolines and smacking the fuck out of these other enemies. Neat. So, yeah. I don't know why he complained about doing everything, because this is about the only time you really play as Daxter. You know, you don't play as Daxter much in any of the games except for his own game. Because, like, there's fucking Jack 2 where you only get to play as him once. I mean, yeah, there was the fucking racing thing too, but what was that really playing as Daxter, really? But here, you get to play as him twice. You get to play as him for some platforming, and they're very small sections. You're still mostly playing as Jack throughout this entire area. But they exist because people like Daxter and they want to play more of Daxter because they played it in Jack 2. Anyway, you ready for a cutscene? I am.
You miss me?
Yeah, nah. Anyway, you have noticed that it's been 30 minutes already. We're not even halfway done. We're not. I mean, yeah, we're about to be done with the volcano, but this area has a bit more for us. Like, for instance, you know, more metalheads to fight. Some more kicking of these rocks to bring to the steam so we can actually do some, you know, get the fuck up there, because these two steam vents are holding back any way of getting to the middle spot, which doesn't make much sense when you really think about it, but you know, don't even think about it, just deal with it. But yeah, once you're up here, you're pretty much done with all the puzzle solving. Well, not really puzzles, but you're done with all the platforming. Because now you just climb upstairs to get to a spot where you get a new ability. And the new ability is only useful for, well, this area. So it's not really a new ability, it's just another function that we have to use that is only exclusive to this area. Yeah, it's a bit silly. So yeah, upstairs, well, up the ladder, we'll get to a cutscene, another cutscene, where we get our new quote-unquote ability.
Looks like I didn't agree with him.
Don't touch it, Daxter. Who knows what more dark ego would do to you?
Look at me, Jack. I'm short, I'm hairy, and I itch in strange places. I couldn't do worse. Relax. I know what I'm doing. Oh, yuck! Cold, clammy, dead hands. Oh, I can't look.
Look out, Daxter!
Jack? Jack? Where are you, buddy? Hey!
It's a dark power, Dax. Some kind of invisibility.
Yeah, well, cut it out. If you moved that fast a long time ago, I'd still be wearing pants. You know what I really miss? Soft underpants. You know how it lifts and cradles? You wouldn't understand. We're out of here.
How sad. But yeah, we now... Oh, I can't kick that, by the way. We now have invisibility. However, you can only activate it by those purple head things that you've seen around here, but now they actually work because we touched it. Yeah, we weren't gonna figure that out until we touched that one specifically to grab the actual ability. So now that we know we can do that, obviously you noticed there was some floating eyes that would, you know, put some spikes on us. They noticed us. And those eyes only really appear, for the most part, you know, here. Like in the volcano area and back at the temple area. Like, that was it. Well, the Colosseum area, really. But, yeah, now we have to know, with that in mind, to touch these, which are now glowing, by the way. They were off before. But now we have to touch them, but not by being Dark Jack. We don't have to be Dark Jack for this one. In fact, I just wasted my Dark Jack ability, but that's fine. There's a reason why it's fine. You'll see it later. But right now, we just have to touch this. Now we're invisible, and so is Daxter somehow. And now we can move on forward. Right into a portal. And the eye is gone. Now we do the same thing to get past the eye over here. You can see why we're not done yet. So let's just activate on this. Make sure I got some health for some ammo. And let's go forward. So yeah, we're not done yet, because now we're going inside the temple itself to actually get through this. Yeah, this part's kind of long. And not for side mission reasons. It's a long mission, to be honest. Anyway, spiders are back now. And you know how annoying they were. But you know how to deal with them. In fact, we'll be using this for them. I mean, yeah, we could use our normal red gun, but for these guys, they really grip them around this time, so this weapon here is good. Also, there is, you know, some nice dark eco vents. So yeah, I'm not gonna worry too much about my dark eco being down. They give you a lot of dark eco vents around here, so there's no real worry to wasting. You do need Dark Eco anyway, because you might have noticed there's a whole bunch of, like, droids around the circle. And we'll need this power, the invisibility power, to go into the middle to hit the button in order to unlock a door. But if we go outside that circle, we're gonna die, like, immediately. It's an instant death if we go outside the circle. So what do? Dark Jack shows the way. Because you remember the Dark Bomb? Yeah. We could use our red gun. It doesn't do shit. You have to use a Dark Bomb. Anyway, now that's taken care of, we can now move on forward. I'll get my Dark Jack abilities back as well. And now we have to go through some more pole vaulting. Also spiders. Yeah, see? But not only that, but there is a vase here which contains a fuck ton of metalhead gems. Some of them went out of the map. You might have just saw that. Some of them just left the map. Also, I can't go that way normally because the eyes electrocute the fucking poles. So we'll need to go invisible to actually do our pole vaulting. So let's go ahead and do that, shall we? Now, I think it is timed, so you have to be kind of quick. At the same time, it goes away as soon as you get to the other side, like so. But yeah, you do this a few times, and then you're done. At that point, you just have to go through a whole army of spiders before getting to the area that you need to be in. Also, there's a weird wall there. Keep that in mind. You won't deal with it now, but you'll deal with it much later in the game. Anyway, one more pole vaulting to go, and then these doors that went up will go down, and then we can move on forward. And by the way, spiders are here as well. So, you know, gotta deal with them too. Also look around for any vases that might be around that we need. And, yeah. Now it's time to fight some spiders. Are you ready to fight some spiders? Because here come the spiders. I'm just looking around, making sure I didn't miss any vases. Yeah, here's the spiders. You thought a few little force spiders was bad? How about 10 at once, spawning infinitely until you get to the other side of this fucking hallway? Yeah. Yeah, they don't spawn. They don't stop spawning until you get to the other side here. It's kind of silly. Once you do get to the other side, you can find yourself a nice little bit of vasing with a whole bunch of this shit. And not only that, but it cuts you on the other side over here, which I'm going to go ahead and watch right fucking now.
I want no excuses. You told me this could be done. Now make it so.
But we have so little time. The Daystar approaches. You know what it brings.
Unfortunate, yes. We will deal with that as soon as I have full access to the catacombs. Just continue your work, and I'll deal with those idiots in Haven. I promise, you will meet your makers.
Why are the catacombs so important?
I wonder why. On the way, there's another precursor orb there, and not too long after that cutscene, there's another cutscene right over here.
Hey, it's one of those goober-eyed precursor thingies.
Greetings, great warrior. Your return brings us great hope. This planet's future is at a critical juncture. The Dark Ones have found your world again, and fate hangs in the balance where the past and the future collide.
Do you have any idea what he just said? Speak the normal language, okay?
You will need all the power you can muster to survive this terrible test, Great One.
I can handle it.
I was talking to the tall one, Shorty.
Hey!
Look into the light and receive a power, hero.
Okay, now you're scaring me.
Dax, the dark eco. It feels far away. I feel better.
You wanna know why? Because now he's Lightjack. Now he's Jesus. So yeah, now you have the ability of regeneration, which now you can use your Lightjack abilities, which we can get more of right over here because these vents are open now. We can now use Light, which I believe... Is Light Eco White Eco? Is it the same stuff or is it different stuff? Because, like, what would Light Eco even look like if not white? Anyway, we're going to do some jump cuts and some more little side mission stuff here. I don't know why. I just bothered to do that anyway. I'm sorry.
Heroes must have quick feet. Get to this spot in time for a reward.
So yeah, it's right over there. It's right around the corner. So, Lightjack, you will, unless you really need it, never need it.
Excellent. I see such promise.
There is one Lightjack ability that is actually pretty useful and neat for certain reasons. Also, as you can see, I can't use the Dune Hopper here. It has to be a Sand Shark, a Heat Seeker, Dust Demon, or Desert Screamer. Most of these we have to unlock through our precursor orbs. Also, here's some more side missions you can do right now as well.
Move quickly to this spot and show me why we should trust the fate of this world to you.
But yeah, Lightjack you won't be using much. Like, as you can tell from the name there, regeneration will give you back some health in case you're low on it. But the game gives you so much health, it's not that bad. And if you're doing really badly, then yeah, it can be useful. But as you can tell, I'm not a newbie. I'm not completely shit at these games, so I don't need it much.
Not good. We are concerned.
I don't care. There are other abilities. The last Lightjack ability, I believe, is the most useful. There are two Jack abilities, which, like Lightjack abilities, which can be of some use. I'll explain them when we get to them, but even then you won't be using them that much.
You give us hope.
I don't care, dude. Jesus Christ. Anyway, here's weapon upgrades. The blasted damage upgrade and the scattergun rate of fire upgrade. This is what you'll be using up a lot of your precursor orbs for. Because, trust me, the weapon upgrades make things a hell of a lot more easier. There's even ammo capacity upgrades. You're gonna love them. So yeah, that's why we're getting the precursors for the most part, because the weapon upgrades are like fucking really useful and almost vital in a way in order for me to get through this shit. So we'll be using them. Anyway, you ready for another cutscene? Because I love cutscenes and so do you.
Attention all people of Spargus. A large storm is heading our way. Prepare the city. Jack, there are 4 wastelanders out there who still have not reported in. I want you to go out and find them. Do whatever it takes to bring them back.
Oh man, this must be very urgent. We have to do this right away. We have to be quick about this. Which is why that next time in Jack 3, we're doing some more little main missions, getting these Spargus guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you then.